Yeah.
So the topic is sequence and patterns, and right now we need to discuss about how we can construct a general term formula or an nth term formula for the sequence. If you want to find the sequence of any number, normally if you just given a sequence, suppose your first value is 7, then 13, 19 and 25. You are given few terms over here, 7, 13, 19 and 25, and this one is a sequence basically which you are given initially with 1, 2, 3, 4 terms of the sequence you are given. If you are just asked what is the next two terms, what will be the next two terms? Yes?
31, 37.
Next one term is mean term 1, 2, 3, 4. You are given 4 terms over here. If you are being asked what will be your fifth term, your fifth term is 31. Similarly, what will be your sixth term, Hijab? If your fifth term is 31, after 25, next term is 31. What will be the next after 31? Abira? 37. Okay. Next term is 37. Why this is 37? Why? How did we know that it's 37?
Every number has a gap of 6 numbers, and so forwardly we will add 6 and
Every
25.
every two numbers is bearing a difference of 6. That's why if we just want to find a continuous differences between the numbers, if you want to find the next terms, we have to keep on adding 6 in them. That's it. But there is a question. That was the fifth term and that was the sixth term. If you are just given a question that you are supposed to find 49th term, how would you find them? Then definitely you need some rule. And how we can construct that rule to find out the 49th term? For that one we need to follow a pattern, and the pattern is a plus n minus 1 into d. There is a standard pattern which will facilitate us to find your nth term formula. This pattern is utilized to find nth term formula, mean how we can calculate, how we can draw, or how we can design an nth term formula for this particular sequence. That is a pattern, a into n minus 1 into a plus n minus 1 into d. So over here what a is indicating? A is the first term. A is your first term. What is the first term? 7 plus, and as we need to calculate nth term formula, term is not given here, we are given, so n will remain there, minus 1, and d is the common difference.
6.
That is common difference. That is a common difference, 6. So now we just have to go for expansions. It's 7
400.
plus 6 times n,
6
6n, 6 times 1,
6.
simplify this one, it's 6n plus 1. 7 minus 6 is equal to what?
1.
1. So this is your nth term formula. Now if we are being asked, what is your 49th term? So your 49th term will be, what will be the 49th term? In this formula, at place of n, we just need to put the value of n, which is 49. Mean, your 49th term is 6 into 49 plus 1. So what it will be? 6 times 9 is
405.
54, and 48 and 4. 50? It's 54 and 6 for the 20, it's for 295.
Oh wow.
It's 294. 294 plus 1. So your 49th term is 295. We can directly calculate the 49th term also. How? This is the first term. Adding 6 you get the second term. Again adding 6 you will get the third term. Then adding 6 you will get the fourth term, the fifth term, sixth term. So 49 times you need to keep on adding 6 within the answer. Whatever answer you will get, just keep on adding. So that will be a lengthy procedure. So for that one we need a general term formula that is called nth term formula. So for this sequence, this is your nth term formula. So this type of question, when you get, you will be given given some sequence and you need to find the nth term formula, or the other way. If you just remember your last day's lecture, you will be given a formula, already made formula. Suppose you are given an nth term formula is Tn mean and nth term formula is 2n plus 5. This is your nth term formula. And you are being asked, what is the fifth term? Fifth term means, at place of n you need to put 5. 2 into 5 plus 5. Okay, it will be 2 into 5 plus 5. Just solve it to find fifth term. If somebody asks you to calculate the 90th term for this one, so at place of n you are supposed to put what? 90. So this is the way how the important thing over here is, in this one, the most important thing is, how can you draw an nth term formula? This is the way. You need to follow this pattern to find out the nth term formula for any sequence, whatever sequence you will be given. Now, question.
Sir, I just wanted to ask that to find like for example, if you're saying like find 70th term, so we will just follow that the T.
Find the 70th term. 70th term for which sequence? For this sequence?
Yes.
So we have a formula for the nth term.
Yes.
And formula is 6n plus 1. So simply at place of n put this 70. So what it will be then? It is 6 into 70 plus 1. So 6 times 7 is 42. This is 420 plus 1 and your answer is 421. This is your 70th term. If we have nth term formula, if we have general term or nth term formula, we can just find any of the sequence. This is what you have done in your very first 4 questions. And if you just move forward, in your next question you are given few dots. If you consult your books, please. Basically this is the thing which we need to learn, which we need to memorize, which we need to keep in our mind. The most important thing in a pattern or a sequence which we need to find, that is your nth term formula. One day you will be given, and second is you will be given nth term formula and you have to calculate the values. So these are the 2 things which you have to learn about this one. Any question regarding this one from your side? All done? This is another sequence. Suppose you are given a sequence. You are given nth term formula. Nth term formula is 2n plus 5. And you have to find the 10th term for this one. Your nth term is Tn. Tn means term. Nth term formula is 2n plus 5. And what we have to calculate, we need to calculate fifth term. Fifth term for this formula. And what it will be? 2 into 5 plus 5. Your answer is 2 times 5 is 10 plus 5. Your finally answer is 15. So fifth term for this sequence. Any formula you will be given. Instead of the sequence, suppose instead of the number, you will be given the formula. Then what you have to do? Simply use that given formula to find the required terms. Okay? Now please move on your books. Your exercise 7B. Thank you so much.